After consulting with many independent restaurant owners, I noticed in most of the conversations, the subject of how they started their business with using their personal credit was common. Almost all of them started their businesses using their personal credit. But I also know a handful of business owners that know using your personal credit to run your operations is not the best thing to do. But if we don't know any better, we're going to use our personal credit to run and start our businesses because it's all we know. I want to share with you how you can use your EIN number to get services on the spot without having to use personal credit. I know right now, just about every restaurant is going through some struggle in some kind of way. So anything that can help with cash flow is much needed right now. Our family owns a few independent restaurants, and so the limits and the regulations that are being placed on restaurants hits very close to home. We definitely are fortunate enough to be savvy as far as understanding how we can utilize business credit. That way, when you have a sit-down restaurant, you have to create these makeshift drive-thrus. We have to create outside seating. Maybe you have to change the way you do the menu so maybe it's paper, they're disposable, or maybe you're doing QR codes, whatever it may be. We're able to manage our finances to adjust to the changing times. Does it get difficult? It absolutely does get difficult. But again, we are fortunate we are able to get through these trying times and still survive. I also have a restaurant owner that when I started consulting her at the beginning, she expressed to me how things were difficult with the way she was running her operations. And I'm going to share her story with you in just a bit. Now, I want to share with you how independent restaurants can use their EIN to keep much needed cash on hand without over leveraging their personal credit. And I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you some specific vendors you can get supplies from up front. Now, during these crazy and fortunate times, the big chains and big retailers have some advantages over us independent operators. They have the executives in place that have time to go out and do the research for the best tactics to conserve cash flow for as long as possible while sales are still being made. And one of the best ways to do this is to purchase essential supplies and services on net terms without using personal credit and just the EIN number. What is net terms? So basically, your vendors are going to give you a credit line. They're going to give you your supplies and services up front and give you a certain amount of days to pay it back, whether it's 22 days, 30 days, 90 days, whatever their net terms are. Now, the problem is trying to figure out how to do this. It can take time, and if it's not done the right way, it can lead to unnecessary denials of company credit. And unfortunately, for a small business owner, the critical pieces of information that's needed to do this correctly is scattered all over the place. So a lot of us just don't have time to go out and do the research and figure it out on our own. So we wanted to help solve this problem. Our team decided to do the research and compile it all together so you can access it in one place without having to make the mistakes in figuring it out on your own. If you would like, we can do this with you step by step, or you can start with our free guide, The 4 Big Reasons You Can't Afford to Ignore Business Credit, so it can help you build a solid foundation. Now, with that restaurant owner, Ms. Rivera, she has a pizzeria, and she expressed to me that she has a hard time making payroll sometimes or getting supplies. In the kitchen, the employees, it's really tight in there and they're elbow to elbow. That sometimes they have to wait for counter space. So she's not as efficient as she would like to be and doesn't get to serve as many customers as much as she would like to. So now that she is going through the Systematic Business Growth Suite, she was able to buy floating workstations, more counter space, happier employees, service more customers, of course, make more money. And she's been able to leverage her personal credit to where she wants it to. Using business credit has helped her open a sit-down restaurant where she specializes in German and Italian food. So that is one of the restaurant owners. I also want to share with you another restaurant owner, what she does, what she's going to be using her business credit for. So Miss Darla has a restaurant where she has specialty ingredients that she gets specifically on Amazon and specialty chocolate. So now instead of using her personal Amazon account, she can switch that over to a business Amazon account and get the things that she needs on net terms. Now, you can't just go run out and get an Amazon account with your EIN number. There is a process you have to go through to get to that point. So now I'm going to actually share with you some vendors you might be able to use to get your supplies from. Here are some of the vendors I want to share with you. I'm going to start with Quill. Quill has such a variety of supplies that we use every single day in the restaurant industry. So this is why I wanted to start here. You can get your bags, to-go bags. You can get condiment holders. You can get cutlery, flatware, napkins, paper or cloth, Ziploc bags, foil, shrink wrap, maybe all the basic necessities that we may need, but also maybe you need something a little bit more advanced. Maybe you need heating trays or a rice cooker. All these things can be ordered with your business credit using just the EIN number. And again, this is mostly all of your basic supplies that you would need plus more. And also if you need furniture, you can get this using just your EIN number. Maybe you need to replace a couple of tables and chairs, and maybe I don't want to pay on the spot right now. Okay, well, Quill is going to extend those net terms when you get the items now, make the money within your terms, and pay and get reported to the business credit agencies. Also, I told you about the business owner that has the pizzeria and the restaurant that now has floating workstations. These carts right here have made such an impact in her restaurant. The employees are a lot happier with more room. They're more flexible. They can service more customers. It's been really beneficial to her. Now, in the restaurant industry, mats are uber important. Slip resistant mats, maybe fatigue resistant mats, any kind of mat you could possibly need, you can find here on Uline and order anything you might need. Maybe you have even like a kids area, look at these cute little colorful mats. Or maybe there's specialty items or specific ingredients that you like to order and you get them on Amazon. I have another restaurant owner that orders specialty chocolate specifically on Amazon. She spends a lot of money on Amazon, not only getting her chocolate, but other ingredients and things that she needs. And she said, Eva, I spend a lot of money weekly on Amazon using my personal account, but now she's happy because she can transition over and use her business account with Amazon, get the things that she needs, put it to work, make the money, and when she makes that payment, get reported to the business credit agencies. Also, apparel. Maybe you order t-shirts, hoodies, jackets, hats that you need for your employees. You can also do that as well with your business credit. And if you have somebody that works maybe in the refrigeration part or in the freezer, you can get beanies for them, print it with your logo. And then I know that a lot of my restaurant owners love Sam's Club. You can get a business account with Sam's Club, ordering in bulk, like we all love to do when we're ordering for the restaurant, because we know onesies and twosies. So you can do that with Sam's Club as well. And when you have taken all the steps and reached the mountaintop of building your business credit, you will even have access to purchasing a company vehicle with your business credit. No social security number, no personal guarantee, just your EIN number getting reported to our business credit agency. Now, I share these things with you because not so you can run out and go get an account with these vendors, because there is underwriting criteria and guidelines that you still have to meet that they look for. We get your foundation and help you get your foundation in place so that you are approval ready for these accounts. So you want little inside scoop, go ahead and click on the link and get that free guide, the 4 big reasons you can't afford to ignore business credit. And once you get that email, there's going to be a link to my calendar. You can schedule to chat with me, ask me questions, pick my brain. I'd be happy to address any question or concern you may have. And I hope you're having a great day.